What is Gucci, everybody? It's AJ again. It's always AJ if you're on this channel. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the comparable interface in Swift. In another video, I went over the equatable interface, or the equatable protocol, which allows you to define a way to set an equals and does not equal method to your class. And for the comparable interface, it's going to be a way of comparing less than, greater than, or greater than and equal to, or less than equal to symbols to your class. And so we do this simply by inheriting or using the comparable interface. And right after we inherit it from our class, or say, hey, we're going to use the comparable protocol, we can command click on it, and we can go see the comparable protocol, which it has all of this documentation for it, and it says we only need to define the less than method to be supplied with the less than or equal to method, the greater than or equal to method, or the greater than to equal method. You can read all this documentation on your own time. And we also, like the equatable method, if you haven't seen my last video, we need to make it a global function so that not just the class knows about it, but our entire program knows about it. And so you make it global by declaring it outside of the class. Also, something required for comparable is that we also must equate it to the equatable interface. And the reason because we must do this is to go back to the protocol, is that the protocol comparable inherits from equatable. So we must define equatable as well. So we'll do that here. So I'll define func equatable, and I'll do LHS for left-hand side, make it a teacher object, or do right-hand side, and then make that a teacher object, and it's going to return a bool, true or false if it's equal. And then for equal, I'm going to return LHS.age equals RHS.age. So I'm comparing the teacher's age. If you notice in this class, I just have an age variable, and the reason because I just have an age variable is for the functionality of this video. That all this video is going to be using is it's going to be comparing the age. If you want to add a name or anything else, you should feel obliged to. I don't need to do in this video. So now we're going to define the less than symbol. All you got to do is declare a function with just the less than symbol, and then I'm going to copy this function heading of the double equals method above, just so it's easy. And now we have to return. So we're going to turn the left-hand side. We're going to turn the right-hand side if that is greater. Oh no, sorry. So imagine if the less than sign was between left than and right than side. So we're going to return true if the right-hand side is greater than the left-hand side. Otherwise, we're going to return false. And we don't even need an else statement really right there. We could if we did wanted to. And that is the comparable protocol. And so now let's have some fun. And I'll make var t1, and we'll make it a teacher object. I'm going to make it have an age of 23. I'll make var t2, and we'll make it have an age of 101 because teachers are old. And now simply I'll drag this over here. This will show us our results here on the side panel. And I'll do t1 is less than t2. It's giving me an error because I didn't define age. It wants that defined in the constructor. And so in this example, I'm saying t2 is greater than t1. Remember, if you look at the arrow symbol, the alligator, if you imagine it to be an alligator, always eats the bigger number. So now I'll switch it around and I'll say t2 is less than t1, and that is false, as you can see right here. And that's basically it. We also do t2 equals t1, and that obviously is false, so we can say does not equal t1, and that is true because all I'm doing is comparing the ages. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparable protocol overview. Have a great day. Ask any questions if you need to.